If I hadn't had such a negative life experience, I wouldn't have had the ambition to search for solutions to those problems. My name's Deb. I'm the founder of Find Calm Here. We're a community trying to help everybody kind of find calm in the chaos of daily life. I am from Central Pennsylvania. I had always had a passion for creating things, and I got my journalism degree, and so I was really passionate about being a writer and a reporter. Still love writing and still love sharing people's stories. So that's a big part of who I am. I was trying, because I was a cops reporter, to be a role that wasn't natural to my personality. I wasn't being in alignment with who I was. That didn't work out, and there was a reason for that to not work out. I was also really stressed, and I struggled financially, and I was just having a really, really hard time. I hadn't been able to maintain a really healthy relationship. And so I was struggling with a lot of interior frustrations and not knowing how to deal with it in a healthy way. I wanted to be this amazing photojournalist, but yet I'm sitting on the couch eating a pint of ice cream and drinking 6 beers and smoking a half a pack of cigarettes. And I had weighed 234 pounds in 2008, basically almost double the size I am now. I felt horrible. I didn't think I was going to be around much longer. October 20th of 2008 is when I joined Weight Watchers. It was hard to stop binge eating all day long, but I was so motivated. The first couple of weeks I was dropping 8 and 10 pounds a week. I started to walk a little bit. I quit smoking. I wasn't drinking as much. I was certainly eating healthier. I had lost about 100 pounds and I was feeling amazing. But then from that, then you get to a high point and then you realize, oh, I got the job I wanted and I was at goal weight. Why am I not happy? So it's every time you think when I get here, then it'll all work out. It's just not true. And you had to go through those challenges. If I hadn't had such a negative life experience, I wouldn't have had the ambition to search for solutions to those problems. So that's kind of how I learned about essential oils. That's kind of how I learned about meditation. I started doing yoga because I had lower back problems. I was on anti-inflammatory and muscle relaxers, but I'm off those because I realized that if I have an everyday yoga practice and eating a healthier diet brought my weight down, I didn't have as much of the constant pain that I was having before. So I listened to Jason Moore's podcast, Zero to Travel. Some of those questions came up in that podcast about what do you want in your life and what are some goals that you have that aren't weight related. One of the things I really knew that I wanted to do was travel. And then he was talking about living at location independent and being able to not only do work that you loved, but that it would pay you and you could live wherever you wanted to. So I went from somebody who was I don't think this is possible, to being oh, I could totally do this, but then I absolutely have to be in this community. And then I ended up signing up for Location Indie. I wanted to connect with other people because you're the 5 people around you. If you are hanging around with people that smoke and drink all the time, you're pretty well likely to smoke and drink because that's the people you're hanging around. I wanted to incorporate online business and learning all this stuff. And my biggest hurdle of creating an online business was I don't know how to do any of this. So I joined a community of all the people who were doing it and then just put myself into as many calls as I could with the Zoom calls. So just that connection of people knowing other people and those resources being shared was what I really liked, and then that community connection. I told one of my part-time jobs that I wasn't going to come back during COVID because we were shut down and we couldn't really do sales and things like that. During that pause, I was doing all this exploration about what I wanted to do with my life. If I wanted to create a community, this is the time. There is literally no other time in my life where I have to be at home. There's no other excuses. I spent 4.5 years in a sales job wanting more time. and I've been gifted this beautiful thing of time. And then it was now you got to do the work to figure it out. I get to help people and connect people on a global level. And that's something I'm so excited about.
I can feel it right now.
Yeah.
It's coming through the screen, yeah.
You get to a point when you're like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I created Find Calm here with all of these resources that I found that were so beneficial to my life because they helped me deal in a healthy way with these problems.
The people Deb are bringing in is just going to be an incredible amount of information that you're going to be able to use to change your life in so many ways. And the great thing about this community is you can kind of find your person or kind of find what you need to work on to build to that better overall health lifestyle. And that's different for everyone in that individualized attention, which can be so hard to find when you have to look in so many different places. And this community is awesome because it's bringing all that together.
I was working at a bank. I had to commute an hour to work and it was really stressful. I did that for like 2.5 years. I used to be a hoarder. Well, I'm still hoarding stuff right now, but I used to be a lot worse. So I had these like packing peanuts in my garage. There's this one morning I was pulling out of my garage and then that box of packing peanuts just fell over and then scattered all over my garage floor. And then I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, my life is a big mess. It was at that moment where I kind of had a flag saying like, okay, I need to get my life back. Like I need to straighten out stuff in my life.
I came from a family of collectors. We always had a lot of stuff. This was what totally like kicked it off for me. These two guys, 6-figure jobs, multiple cars, all the financial resources that they thought they had wanted and all the things that they thought they had wanted, and they weren't happy. So intention, I think, is a really powerful word. To me, is truly what it's all about. Just the idea of truly bringing in the things that add value and to get rid of the things that don't. Coming home is actually a place for me to relax now and enjoy. Like I said, everything around me are things that I love. I am not anti-stuff. Stuff is not bad. Stuff that doesn't add value to your life is bad. Get rid of that. Keep the things that truly bring you joy. It certainly allows you to bring that calm into your life.
We've all been so conditioned throughout the course of our lives to think about, what are other people going to think? Or is this what I'm supposed to do? And so the first step is really just letting go. And that allows you to take that leap. That's the first step. So that's one of the things we'll talk about. And so how have you found that taking that leap, even though it can be scary, how has that brought you calm?
Like the letting go is a really big thing, a really big component. I think I like when you say letting go of the outcome. A lot of my life I've spent trying to get to the end. I'm always like, I want to figure it all out. I was like at A and I wanted to be at like T.
Nutrition is kind of a foundational base for finding any kind of calm in your life because it just creates those small changes that you can control in your life. You change from more of a fixed mindset to more of a growth mindset, which just helps you just build better habits into your life. And then all of a sudden you're making even bigger life changes.
There's so many awesome things and benefits from using exercise as a way to find calm and really get in tune with your body so that you can actually bring your stress levels down. I've been working with college athletes and in the sports performance realm for over 12 years, and I've worked with hundreds and thousands of people and athletes of all ages, and I'm so excited to be here with Deb and share with you guys about how you can also use exercise and really tap into your strength as a way to find more calm. And there's so many fun tricks that I'm going to tell you, especially how you could start tapping into some positive affirmations and using them with exercise so they really stick and really helps you with that self-talk that's positive. So you're gonna have a chance to do this along with us.
When you're on stage, when it seems every single note you play is the right one, every song that you've chosen in your set list is the correct one. The crowd is into it. You're relaxed yet focused. It's almost like what they call the alpha state, you know, just being almost in one with what you're doing at that time.
I felt like I was so stressed out I was gonna punch a wall or something. So I woke up in the morning and just went and took my camera, took photographs, and so I went somewhere that I'd been before and just calmed down.
We're going to finish talking about how to live life like it's an adventure every day, getting past the discomfort zone. Find Calm here has this overall umbrella of us finding calm, but it incorporates so many different techniques and so many different people, and we're supporting you in the community. We're doing all this accountability and we're doing all the things, and that's how I progressed. I went from somebody who was stuck in a learning mode to figure out what I actually wanted to do.